North number 2 was originally a terrifying robot made for war, but he fell in love with playing the piano. He always kept his body hidden under a cloak. John, a blind genius musician with a reclusive personality, had a deep prejudice against robots. Even though North number 2 had downloaded all of John's preferences before coming, John still treated him coldly. To John, North number 2 was just a machine following data. Despite John's constant harshness, North number 2 continued to manage the household, often hearing John's piano playing abruptly stop at its peak. John had won many awards, but now that he was older, the media said he had lost his talent. John, however, believed he was still capable but just didn't want to create anymore. Influenced by him, North number 2 would always touch the piano keys when passing by, only to be scolded by John each time. John forbid North number 2 from playing the piano and despised machines, not even using his expensive music equipment. To John, that equipment was as lifeless as North number 2. He believed anything made by machines was fake, and true inspiration came from his memories. Now, all he wanted was to turn the green fields and golden light from his memory into music. However, every time John composed, he would stop halfway, feeling like something was missing. One evening, as North number 2 passed by John's room, he overheard John humming in his sleep. The next day, North number 2 tried to play that melody on the piano but was partially stopped by John. North number 2 told John that the melody he heard in the dream fit perfectly with the part John had stopped composing. John became furious and ordered him to leave, but North number 2 refused, saying he wanted to learn the piano from John. Even if robots couldn't make real things, he still wanted to get close to something real. John rejected his request. After that, North number 2 became even more obsessed with the melody. Even though John reprimanded him multiple times, North number 2 secretly practiced, hoping to perfectly play the melody from John's dream. However, his mechanical fingers could never reproduce the beautiful tune. John finally lost his temper, knocking over his equipment and angrily calling North number 2 a worthless machine that only follows programming. John then told North number 2 that the melody came from his painful childhood. As a child, John was sickly with poor eyesight, and singing was his only joy, but his mother abandoned him for money, and after being sent to boarding school, he was constantly bullied. He poured all his pain into music.